So after reviewing my lesson, I didn't understand a couple things I could have fixed. The first thing I noticed was that my captions were slightly off. I think there were one or two spelling mistakes. I noticed they were minor words, but I think it's important that I stay consistent and make sure every word is spelled correctly to avoid any confusion on the student's part or as well. I used a lot of filler words like or in my lesson, and I think that could throw off the synchronization of my words and my captions since I did not include my filler words in my captions since they weren't relevant to the lesson. I think also my instruction with the Google Forms could have been a little bit clearer because I based my lesson off of chapters 1 through 10 of the book that I was teaching, but then only allowed the use of chapter 1 in my Google Forms or only chose to review chapter 1. So I think I could have been a little bit more clear on what content was needed to complete the Google form or the quiz that I had after the lesson. My peers did a lot more to engage with students, even though there wasn't face-to-face instruction. One of my peers chose to take time to pause and have students reflect over what the lesson was and have time to really think about it before continuing on. Another one of my peers literally asked a question and had them verbally say a certain word. It was a Spanish lesson, so they could verbally say what the word was. So they knew how to say it later in class if they had class face to face, or just even when they're speaking Spanish in general. I learned that the visuals in this project can be very interactive, and in fact, they can be integral to a lesson. One of my peers used a painting and centered her lesson around a painting. So in fact, that lesson would not have even been possible if she didn't have visuals. I think they can be engaging for students to have something to look at. I know specifically for ADHD students, having something to look at on a screen can help them stay focused, especially if they are engaging photos or just interesting photos that contribute to the lesson overall. They help visual learners put things in perspective and also just give them a clear understanding of what is happening in a book or help them remember something that happened throughout a book. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what else my peers have to say about my video, and I think I can use this to better teach in the future.